What's up, everyone? It's your boy Infrar-Ed. Welcome to the Scout Reports. Today I'm bringing you an anime review of 91 Days, Episode 6. The Orko family is now the Fango family, as a very big move has been made in this episode. You saw it starting to stem up, but to actually see it happen is still mind-blowing to me. As I said last week that Fango is in the best position of everybody right now, and boy did he pull a power play with the help of Nero and Avilio this episode to basically get to where he needs to be. But the thing is, something that I'm starting to worry about is how much Avilio wants his revenge, and the things that he's making and the type of decisions that he's trying to make on his own for this plan could end up putting him in a position that he won't be able to get out of, as he's already had a couple of close calls. How many lives do we have under his belt before he can keep getting out of these situations scot-free? Because what he did in this episode today, if things would have went wrong, it could have been really bad for him. And there's still some things out there because you don't know who could have overheard it or what could have happened. Or people might start putting two and two together, just like Nero. So we still have that little bit of fear there. But to start the episode off, we basically pick up where we left off last week with Avilio bringing Fango in to Nero, basically telling him that we're going to use this man's services to protect your life, because right now all of Nero's family is after him. The Glaciers are after him, and the Orko are after him, all to kill him. So they had to align, or Avilio decided to have them align with Fango for his protection, and they're going to actually plan to take out the Don. And I think this is going to lead to something bigger. With this alliance, if they can keep it close knit, they might be able to push it far enough to get where they need to. But when you're dealing with Fango, you never know how far you can get. So we have a plan to take out Don Orko. So Nero and Avilio go to his restaurant, meet with them, and the title of this episode is called To Kill a Pig, or to slay a pig, and that is fitting for Don Orko, as this guy's a mess. I mean, he's just a fat, greedy pig who eats everything, and if you don't get his lasagna right, he kills you like he's an evil Garfield or something. But anyway, we do get, before this happens, a very understandably tense scene between Nero and Fango, as Fango, now aligned with this group of people, comes in, sits down, and puts his feet up on the table in front of Nero like, you don't understand the situation you're in. You want my help? Lick my boots, bow down to me. And Nero, of course in his mind, he's looking like, hell no, I'm not doing that. As he gestures like he's about to do it, he grabs a fork and stabs at Fango's foot, but he fakes him out and acts like he doesn't do it. And it's like, hey, you said you wanted me to have some steak, right? And we get the classic bad guy laugh as Fango looks a bit like, this guy really is crazy. He just lets out a big laugh like, I like it. I like this kid. I mean, how many times have we seen that in mafia movies and action movies and things like that? So that was pretty good. So now with Nero and Angelo sitting at the table with Don Orko, the plan comes into motion where, in exchange for Nero's life, he offers two things to the Don. He offers, one, the booze that Portillo is making, and second, he also offers the passageway, the cave that he uses in order to transport it so he can get it through freely. And it's been taking in a lot of money. It's like their booze has been getting most of the profit, and Orko always wanted a piece of that, so he gets more money in exchange for Nero's life. So they're going to take him to the cave to show where it is and give him the booze and everything. And this is where Angelo basically straight up asked Don Orko, did you write the letter? Like, dude, what are you doing? And this was stemmed because the Don said that he has been friends with Don Vanetti for 40 years. So the letter, is somebody who was a friend of his father's. So somebody that goes back a long time with these guys. So he insinuates that it was maybe Orko who wrote the letter and sent it to him. And he goes on to continue to say that my father was this person, and Vanetti's killed my family, and I want revenge. So Orko's looking like, okay. And he offers his services to the Don as well. Even though this is part of the plan, you can't just go around and blurt things out like that, even if it's for his own doing, because somebody could have been listening. Somebody may not have believed this was a plan. Somebody may know more than they need to. So Angelo really needs to be careful with that. And to make things even worse is like when they do get the Don down to the cave, because basically what they're going to do is ambush him, is he does act like he was going to shoot Nero. Actually, he did shoot Nero. It was all a coup. He shoots Nero and says, I've been waiting for this all my life. And he acts like he kills Nero to get the Don's trust. And when he does that, you know, he basically says that, you know, these people are responsible for killing my father. I want to take them down. I want to work with you. But Nero wasn't dead, so he probably heard all this as well, and that got to be in the back of his mind, given that even though they have a trust in each other, at some point he's probably going to start questioning what Avilio is doing. And I think overall, I think Cortillo is going to be the person that's going to end up being dead, if anybody. I think it would be fitting for Avilio to die too, but I know Cortillo is going to die at some point. Also, with him giving up that Cortillo is a person that makes the booze for Avilio. He didn't say his name, he just says his friend. And you know, these goons, these mobsters, they got people going around all the time, so somebody's gonna catch on to something, and I think all of this is going to end up blowing up in Avilio's face before this is all over in a very bad way. And maybe even worse, it's going to be Nero, who at the time thinks that he's his friend, and that's just going to make his vengeance even more, because he's going to be tricked by Angelo. It's just not going to end well. It shouldn't end well. It's a mafia story, so I'm actually hoping it doesn't end well. But anyway, back to it. Now that he's staged that he's killed Nero for Orko in his allegiance, it was an ambush after all. He escaped the ambush, but actually what the real plan was to poison the Don, as he just kept going shots after shots after shots, shots. As I could swear they gave this guy at least 4 glasses of wine, and overall he ended up poisoning the Don, only to deliver him to Fango, who says, I want everything you have. So with that being said, we see Cortillo and Angelo outside. And Cortillo is like, so who is this 4th person? Who do you think it is? And he admits, he's like, I thought it was a Don, but it wasn't him. And then it comes up that maybe the 4th person was somebody who was involved in my father's death as well. Maybe it was somebody that was there that night, and they're sending these letters out, or this letter to me, in order to redeem themselves. So now we got that out there. That mystery hasn't been solved as who the 4th writer is, but I kind of feel like whoever it is was probably somebody that was there too, and they're trying to make things up. And like I said last week, please don't let it be some weird twist of fate that his brother is still alive. That it won't ruin the show for me, but it'll just feel kind of cheap, so I hope that's not the case. But anyway, that ends the episode with, like I was saying, Don Orko down. Now the Orko family is the Fango family. He's even taken over the restaurant, as he has his goons sitting at the table, or the former goons of Orko, now under Fango. He was like, what was his favorite meal? Lasagna, right? Let's have some lasagna. And they're skeptical about it. They eat it anyway. And it's like, hey, this is really good. I wish the Don could have had some. He's like, that's not possible, because you're eating them. Like, come on, dude. What? Really? Savage. Come on, Fango. This dude fed their master to his own goons in the form of lasagna. That's just crazy. But we now have a new Don under Fango. Now Don Fango is out there, and we still got the Glacia and the Venettis out there, and that's Avilio's next plan of action, because he mentioned that Fango still has enemies even though we're aligned with them. So we're probably going to have to take them out too. And again, this is all part of his plan, but it just seems like this plan is a little bit too ambitious for him to be doing on his own. And I think he's really going to slip up somewhere, and it's really going to cost somebody. So that was the episode in a nutshell. Again, another fantastic episode of 91 Days. Continue to hold it strong, and I cannot wait till next week as usual. Let me know what you guys thought of the episode in the comments, and if you like this video, go ahead and drop it a like. And if you want to hear more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, as there's not a shortage of content for you to indulge on this channel. Also, as I always say, you guys can be anywhere on YouTube right now, but you chose to listen to me. I really appreciate that, so thanks for stopping by. On that note, it's your boy Infrar-Ed signing out. See you soon.